Welcome back to the world of Kubectl plugins. In the previous episodes, we have looked at plugin development with Go and Bash. In this episode, we'll take a look at how to make an idiomatic Kubectl plugin experience. So the theme of this video is going to be as close to the Kubectl experience as possible. Let's expand on this. Let's say you have command line options in your Kubectl plugin. So these options should probably be the same as the Kubectl's options. What do I mean here? For example, let's say you have an option to format the output. So this option probably should be named -o or --output, and it should probably accept the same values as Kubectl does. Similarly, the -n or --namespace, or even simply the --help option should be present in your program, so your users will feel right at home. So similar to the command line options, users want to have the same expectation around how to set the kubeconfig for the plugins as well. For example, Kubectl accepts --kubeconfig option, but if this option is not specified, it looks at the kubeconfig environment variable. If this environment variable is not specified, it determines the path by calculating the home directory /.kube/config. This is the file that it tries to read the kubeconfig from. So your plugin probably should follow the same resolution order while trying to read the kubeconfig file. And this way, your users don't have to second guess how the kubeconfig file is specified in your plugin. Next, your users will have a better time in your plugin if you follow the same subcommand names as Kubectl. For example, Kubectl uses verbs such as create, get, list, describe, and delete. Could we potentially use something like new instead of create? Yeah, maybe. Could we use remove instead of delete? Yes, maybe, right? If you use these verbs, your users don't have to second guess your subcommand names, because if you are similar to the Kubectl experience, they already know how Kubectl works and they can apply that knowledge. Another tip is to make sure you print the correct invocation style in your help messages. For example, a mistake that I see Kubectl plugin developers do is they tend to print their original binary name or executable name in their help message. However, your users don't type that binary name necessarily in their command line. So make sure to update your help messages to reflect the actual invocation style as a plugin. Another best practice is to give your plugin a good name so your users don't have to second guess its name every time they call it, and they can easily remember this name. However, we'll talk about how to name your plugins properly in the next episode. If you haven't watched the previous videos about plugin development in Bash and Go, please go check out those videos, because we have more best practices that are specific to Go and Bash in those videos that can help you develop better plugins. So subscribe and stay tuned, because in the next episode we will be talking about how to name your plugins and what do we look for plugins that are submitted to the Crew Plugin Index.